Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today. How's your day been?
Yeah, really good, really good. It's good to be here now talking with you.
Great. Hey, I know the circumstances aren't ideal due to this online environment, but I've really been looking forward to speaking with you today. My name's Mackenzie Phillips, and anything you wish to speak about, I'll be open to hear it and ensure that this is a safe space for you.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Great. Before we get into our session, I will have to discuss some things regarding confidentiality. Would you be open to hearing that?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So this interview is just between us. There's no one else in this room. It's just you and me. And the only people who will be seeing it is myself and Louise or anyone else who is marking this interview.
Mhm.
In terms of confidentiality, I will have to breach some certain confidentiality agreements if it is revealed that you are of harm to yourself or of harm to others, or this interview would need to be provided in a legal matter, I would have to provide all of this information to someone higher up. Does that
Yeah.
sound reasonable?
Yeah, of course. You just want to make sure I'm safe. I understand that.
Exactly. Okay. So we've got about 10 minutes to talk. Anything that you wish to talk about, I'm open to hear it.
Wonderful.
Great.
I just wanted to sort of jump on here and talk a little bit about what's going on in my life at the moment.
Okay.
Basically, I'm generally pretty good at it. But at the moment, just recently, I've struggled a little bit to juggle all the different things that are going on in my life.
Uh
So,
huh.
um, juggling really work in uni and then trying to maintain a sort of social life as well within that.
Yeah.
Studying full time and working 3 days a week kind of doesn't allow for too much of a social life, but I try and sort of get out where I can just for my own mental well-being.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, generally I'm pretty good at it, but I think there's just so many changes going on in my life at the moment that it's sort of the stress is kind of bleeding into other areas where it shouldn't.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just trying to maintain that balance, but it's a bit of a struggle.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot. Sounds like you have a lot on your plate you're trying to deal with. And it sounds like you have a good understanding of your situation. What I'm hearing though is that you're struggling to just manage it all. You know what's going on, but it's just hard to know how to fit things in.
Yeah, of course, it's one thing knowing what's going on. It's another thing to know how to fix it, I guess.
Exactly. It's like with advice, like people can give you advice. It's just knowing how to actually apply it to your life.
Exactly. Yes,
Exactly.
100%.
Okay, well, why don't we explore that a little bit? So you mentioned your social life. So how is your social life at the moment?
Yeah, all in all, it's pretty good, with the
Mhm.
exception that I can't really see my boyfriend because he lives in New South Wales.
Right.
Um, Even though it's only like a 3-minute walk from over the border,
Uh-huh.
they've really cracked down on that. So not being able to see him, it's been hard. We've been doing pretty well, like
Uh-huh.
FaceTiming most nights, but it's not the same as having that sort of face-to-face connection.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It sounds like you really value face-to-face socialization.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
being in person, present. Right. Okay. So another thing I'd like to explore is how is your work or your uni life?
Yeah, so work has probably had the most change
Hmm.
out of all. The franchise that I work for has recently been bought by a bigger corporation.
Uh-huh.
Um, and even though I've worked for them for about 4 years now, since it's been taken over, I've kind of felt like the little fish in the big pond again. In that
Yes.
all the systems are new. There's new people. There's a new store. It's getting refurbished at the moment. So something that I was originally really comfortable with and like knew exactly what I was doing, just as of recently, I've sort of lost all of that.
Right, like a completely new job.
Honestly, it is pretty much like a completely new job. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, not so much consistency anymore, I believe.
Yeah, and I completely. I did never used to have to sort of take it home,
Mhm.
but I'm finding myself doing like online trainings,
Mhm.
even when I'm trying to do uni work and trying to do two things at once. I think it's having an impact on the quality of work I'm producing.
Right, okay. And how is uni life for you?
Yeah, being online obviously isn't ideal,
Uh-huh, yeah.
but we kind of just have to play with the cards that we've been dealt.
Mhm.
Um, but I have a terrible internet connection as well where I am, which never makes it very easy. Um, but I've found some really good ways of
Mm.
strategies of increasing like how I focus at home, and like avoiding using my phone,
Uh-huh.
so I can be completely concentrated on the work that I'm doing.
Right, okay. So what I'm getting from all of this is that you seem like a very present person, that you like
Mm.
to be there and be with people.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, okay, so something you mentioned just before was that you have methods that work for you. Why don't you
Mm.
walk me through that a little bit?
Yeah, so most mornings I'll write myself like a little to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put things on there that aren't just like uni related. So I'll put on there that I have to like watch a lecture, or I want to write 500 words on my assignment, or whatever it
Uh-huh.
is. But I'll put things on there as well, like make your bed, like have a good lunch, get outside, things that aren't just related to uni,
Mm-hmm.
and that I can focus on, that'll help me as well. Um,
Okay.
and so yeah, that's been really helpful. I can't say that I probably do it all,
Mm-hmm.
but even just writing it down in the morning
Uh-huh.
gives me a sort of something to go off,
Right,
and ticking them
okay.
off is really satisfying as well.
Oh, absolutely. So it sounds like you have a really value consistency in your
Mm.
life. Right, okay. Um, so why don't we explore what you like to do for yourself or in your free time?
Yeah, of course. Well, I love music. I
Uh-huh.
love playing the piano.
Yep.
I'm trying to learn guitar, but it's not working the greatest.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I really enjoy like going out and seeing friends, going out for dinner, and like seeing live music,
Hmm.
going to concerts, just being around people
Yes.
is really important to me,
Hmm.
and just spending quality time with them
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that. I'm like that too.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm getting is, oh well, do those you taking your free time and time for yourself, do you find that that really helps you, or also spending time with others, do you find that that really helps you manage all the practical stuff in your life?
It does, yeah. I just need to make sure it sort of always come back. It all comes back to that
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, as much as I would much prefer go see my friends than do a uni assignment, I need to also
Yeah.
kind of prioritize what needs to be done.
Uh-huh.
And I enjoy the concept of like doing something that my future self will thank me for.
Right.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, doing uni work definitely
Mm.
helps with that, but also seeing friends, like you said, lifts a lot of weight off your shoulders.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like from what we've discussed, it sounds like you have a lot of this stress is coming from also time management as well, but also sounding like you're a very sounds like you're a people person, and
Yeah,
having a bit of that lack of that is causing a lot of stress at the moment.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
With the border and with
yeah.
just having to do lots of uni work as well.
Yeah, yeah, and it can get so overwhelming when we focus on all of those practical sides of our life, and it feels like we don't really have much time to do all those things that we enjoy. So,
Mm,
self-care can literally present itself in so many forms. It can be taking a minute to just breathe and remind yourself, hey, I'm proud of you. You've got
mm,
this.
mm.
So, and I think we're nearing the end of our session, Zara. Um, Thank you so much for speaking with me today. It sounds like you have a very good understanding of your situation, and it sounds like you really know what works for you.
Mm.
Um, so I really commend you for making this first step in understanding the root of some of the things you're struggling with.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, and understanding to manage those. So those are really great things. So what we've discussed today was that all of these areas in your life that you're struggling to manage has put you in a place where it feels really suffocating, and not knowing how to manage that hasn't really allowed that space for you to be kind to yourself. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I think self-kindness is something that I'd really like to work on
Yeah,
in future.
yeah, especially really struggling to not be around people. But it
Mm,
sounds like um, it sounds like you're doing a really good job at managing that, though. Um, I believe that we've reached the conclusion that those little things that you do for yourself can make a world of difference. And from your reaction, it seems like you're really keen to start allowing yourself that self-kindness.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I definitely would like to take a little bit of the stress off uni and do stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah, yeah. And hey, I really hope that with all of this situation with COVID and all of the what is I hope that there brings a bit more consistency into your life and that it starts to feel a bit more familiar.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, yeah, change can be very scary.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Yeah, it's just learning
Mm,
how to manage it.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, and self-care can be that first step.
absolutely. For sure. Definitely something I'm keen to get into.
Great. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. I'll see you later.
Not a problem. Thanks, Mackenzie.
Bye bye.